Hello and welcome again to Violetta English by Reportage. When you have a dream and it doesn't come true, when you want to succeed in something and you don't achieve that thing, it is quite painful. It is a pain which leads in the end to resignation and to giving up. Having success in something implies a lot of patience, a lot of strategy, and it requires also a lot of time. And many people don't have the patience to invest into these steps that we should take. As you have seen in this fast world that we live in with a lot of information and a lot of possibilities from the technical point of view, people have access to information very fast. People also can communicate very fast and easily. That is why our span of attention has decreased drastically, not only to the young generation, some of them were born with these very intelligent devices, but also for older generations, because everybody nowadays spends a lot of time on devices and on communication media generally. So we have got fast access to anything, even shopping online is a thing nowadays. Um, the purchase of your dream item, of an item of your desire, is at a click distance. So everything is very fast. It's normal that we want the same pace, the same speed when it comes to fulfilling something, a plan, a dream, a professional plan, or maybe even a personal plan. Well, in this circumstance, people are looking for something fast, a fast solution. If it doesn't come fast, then we don't want it because we lose patience, we lose hope, and we think it's quite useless. Investing patience, taking time, and taking things step by step looks like something from antiquity, looks like something from the past, very old fashioned, and it doesn't look like achievable. But the reality is that in order to succeed in something, respects the same rule as always. You have to have patience. You have to take things step by step because us as human beings are different from robots. Robots evolve and evolve and evolve, and they will keep evolving. But us as human beings are not robots, so we have the same limits that we have always had. Of course, we are much more educated. The technology has impacted drastically our lives and capacities. But actually, in order to succeed to something, you as human being need kind of the same conditions. You need things to be done step by step, not in a rush. You need to prepare. You need to have patience. You need to have perseverance. So it's kind of the same thing as 100 years ago. It's obvious that we have an advantage with this access to information and with this fast communication, with this exposure to an entire planet. We have access. If we have a product, we can easily present the product on an international market. Um, One example is here on YouTube. If, for example, you wrote a book, you can present it here, and an entire audience from all over the world has access to it. Let's return to the topic. So, get rich scheme is one of the things that people adopt nowadays because, of course, this method is very popular. You are promised that within a very short span of time you will master some field of activity, and also that you will gain a lot from that activity after a very short preparation and a short time. And the explanation is that there is a key, there is a secret that only those who present you the opportunity, the get rich scheme, know. They know the secret, they know formula, they know the steps, they can sell you the secret, and you will be able, by applying by that formula, to have a spectacular success. And people, even if they heard many times that these schemes are kind of tricky, that they are not honest, and some of them were even penalized by authorities for being illegal or unfair. It doesn't matter, people still believe in them. I think we want to believe in get rich schemes just because we are very comfortable. We know that actually these things don't work, but we hope at least a few percent that it might work in my case. And then we do this because we are very comfortable. We don't want to accept the process. We don't want to go through the struggle. We don't want to have patience to um, follow all the steps to accomplish something. Let's take an example. For instance, you want to open an online business. Let's take this example, and you have this announcement on the internet that you will be able in 6 months to have six figures profit if you adopt a particular strategy. um, of course, you will be very delighted because you have on your mind to open this six-figure business, and you think that if you have this formula, then things will go smoothly for you. You don't have to invest much because you will know how to do things without investing a lot. And you pay for a course which is quite expensive, maybe a few $100 or even more, and instead of investing in some professional courses where you can learn something about this field, or in some tools that you can use in your activity, you invest in a scheme that you understand once you start the preparation that it's not actually what it was presented to be, and you just waste your money and your energy for nothing. I also think that there is another challenge in this path to having success into an activity or a new activity, like, for example, that of creating a personal brand or a personal business. It is the uncomfortable feeling of doing something new, of changing your habits, of working more. You don't have to appear in Forbes. You don't have to be in on the cover of a magazine. You don't have to be a remarkable personality. It is something important for you. Maybe you want to have a small local shop in a small town, in a small area, and only the locals will know you, only local people will know you. But for you, it's absolutely important, that accomplishment, because this is what you want to do. This is your dream. Another important point in touching your goal is accepting being uncomfortable. That means that you will work extra hours. That can also mean that besides your 9 to 5 job, you will stay awake at night, for example, in order to um, develop a project that you want to have. It can be a small business, it can be learning a new skill, it can be um, developing a hobby and transforming it into a source of income for the future. You have to put yourself in this uncomfortable situation. It is also uncomfortable to see that you work hard and there are no results, obvious results. There is no financial reward because in the beginning of an activity, and even in let's say some few years, uh, you will see no financial results, or almost no financial results, or very low financial results. So that's quite uncomfortable. And on the other hand, you have to leave your comfort zone. For example, for some people, it can be uncomfortable to stay in front of a camera if they want to create a YouTube channel and they are inspired by this idea. So they have to trespass this uncomfortable situation and still go on with their goal. So, in conclusion, I think that accomplishing your goal will imply from your part a lot of patience, perseverance, accepting that in order to accomplish your goal, you might need years, not months, but years. Even if we live in a fast moving world, us as human beings are limited. Our health, our energy is limited. If we have, for example, a 9 to 5 job, and after we finish the job, we work on our business or a hobby or plan, of course, we will be able to dedicate only a few hours per day. So that's why it will take years in order to build something. But if you think about yourself from 10 years from now, if you keep on with this hobby or activity that you develop, you might touch your goal in 10 years. But if you do nothing, if you just go on with your 9 to 5 job that you hate or dislike, you will also have the same type of job from 10 years from now in 10 years, and you will feel very frustrated and keep searching for get rich schemes and for succeed fast schemes, which actually don't exist. They are unrealistic, and you know that, but you don't want to accept that. And that's why actually the classical solutions are the best ones, as I've mentioned: perseverance, patience, and patience again. Actually, patience is very important. And I hope these insights that I gave are useful for you. Thank you for watching the video and see you in the next one. Goodbye.